Okay, for our first circuit, we're going to be on a bench press, lying back, but we're going to be in a dead bug position. So we're going to be here. The purpose of this is to get our ribs down so that we don't arch our back a whole lot in the press. So we're kind of keeping ourselves in that dead bug position, our knees over top of our hips. Press up, pull down. Press up, pull down. So I'm pressing straight up. Notice how my hands are not drifting back. They don't drift in towards each other. They go straight down. You see over top of the shoulders. And they push straight back up. Notice how I have no movement here as well. That's kind of the magic there. So we're keeping that core still, keeping that pelvis still. That's going to allow us to just push through the chest, use those shoulder blades a little bit, open those pecs up, and then press up. From there, we're going to be on a low cable row. So if you have a seated row, that's great. If you just have a normal cable system, you can just pull this, you just sit on the floor, is fine. A little bit of difference here. When we go forward, when we extend, we're going to roll that upper back a little bit, and then when we row, we're going to come and we're going to work into that extension. We're going to try to sit tall. So the only rounding is going to happen from that mid-back, that thoracic spine, and then we're going to extend it as we row. Extend the shoulder blades, round out a little bit, and come back up. Extend the shoulder blades, round out a little bit, row, and come back up. So we have a nice strong squeeze every rep, and I'm not just swinging wildly out of control. We'll get 10 to 12 reps there. Then you can either stick with the cable or we can move to a band, but we're going to start with our inside foot forward in a split stance. We're going to stand up and chop, and we're chopping up high, and I'm going forward here, so I have to stabilize with the inside of my foot, and I'm bringing the band out. So contralateral compression here towards that midline. So again, here, start front foot is inside, and then start inside on the hold, step through. Back in, step through. Back in, step through. And then we're going to try to just smooth this motion out. Push through the inside of your foot. So when I'm stepping through, I'm finding the big toe, the whole inside of that foot, stepping through, and I'm finding the inside of this foot. Okay? I will do 10 reps, and then I'll switch and go the other direction. You can use the cable on that or a band. We just have to mess with the handles a little bit. So I'm going to do 8 to 10 reps here on my press in the dead bug position. I've got my seated row where I'm rounding my upper back. I'll do 10 to 12 reps there, and I'll do 8 to 10 reps each side with my banded step through. Again, starting with the inside foot forward, stepping through. The outside foot will be forward. When we're completed, we'll do 10 on each side. Complete 4 rounds. Make sure you rest 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes between each round. For our next circuit, we're going to be on the blocks. I've got the block set up just about the bottom of my knee height. You can kind of play a little higher. It's going to be a little harder. If you're tall, you'll need something that's a little higher. Okay? We're going to start with an eccentric step down. So we'll start up on top of the box. I'm going to take my off foot and put it on the box. And I'm going to try to drag that foot slowly down as I go down. Keep the weight loaded in my up leg. Stand back up. 4, 3, 2, down, up. And I'm trying to keep all my weight loaded here in this up leg. Really emphasizing that eccentric portion, the lowering part, and then standing back up. If you want to add a weight, you can absolutely do that. We're going to do 8 to 10 on each side. So I'm going to do my left side here, and then before I go to my right side, I'm going to come off. I'm going to get a little quarter squat here. Find the inside line, so the big toe and the heel, the inside line of this foot. I'm going to start in front, and I'm going to whip all the way around into a little curtsy, and then I'm going to come all the way back around. I'm trying to stay in my squat and make a big circle with the other leg. This is making this hip work a lot of stability. So it's a tremendous amount of hip stability, not in this leg that I'm moving, but in the hip that's staying there. Again, I'm trying to keep my weight on kind of the loaded up into the toes a little bit, and specifically in the inside line. So I'll do 8 passes, up and back is 1. We'll do 8 passes, and then we'll go into the other side. So 8, then on the right side, and then 8 on my right foot holding me up, while the left side does that big arc. And again, we're working that hip stability in 360 degrees of motion. So once we have that, we're going to come here. My inside hand will hold the band. I'll be on both knees. And I'm going to step up, rock up, and hold. Step back, rock up, hold. So I'm rocking up onto my outside leg, and I'm bringing this inside hand in, so again, getting all that contraction here in the middle, the contralateral sides, left and right. We'll do 10 each. So again, tall kneeling, arm out. I have tension on the band. I'm gonna step up. My weight's coming forward. I'm lifting this back leg off the ground. Here I go. If you wanna make it really hard, get all your weight up in that front leg, get this back leg off the ground, like that. That'll spin you around a little bit, but it's all just core work, trying to get the hips stable and the core stable. We'll do 8 to 10 of those on each side. So 8 to each side here. We have the eccentric step up with the left leg. Then the left leg will be your anchor. So whatever leg you were working, that leg is the leg we're stabilizing with, so it stays still. Then right leg, then you do the right leg around the world. So 8 of each of those. And you'll come through and you'll do both legs with the step through. Again, starting both knees on the ground, stepping through, coming up. Okay, the back knee will come up off the ground, bring the arm in. Our forces are trying to meet in the middle. We'll do 4 total rounds. Rest about 2 minutes between. The last circuit in this workout is going to be a dual kettlebell clean press. Okay, I'm going to use kettlebells here. If you want to use dumbbells, that's fine. And then we're going to do chin-ups. We're going to either do assisted chin-ups or we're going to do the TRX chin-ups, however you prefer. Okay, so on our clean, we're going to have a wider stance here. Again, I'm going to show you the kettlebells. Dumbbells are just going to be even easier version of this. Okay, so I'm going to start with my hands either facing back or facing out like this, and then I'm going to use a hike, and then I'm going to use the hinge. I'm going to do a kettlebell swing, and instead of letting the kettlebell swing out in front, I'm just going to manipulate them. Catch here, I'm going to pause for an instant, and then I'm going to add a press, and then I'll go back down into my hinge, back up, and we'll kind of continuously do the 8 reps. To get started, I got to do a little football hike, but we'll continuously go through each rep. So we'll be here, use my hips to get it up, and I catch. So here I use my hips, and then I catch, press overhead. And all I do is rotate, and then pull those kettlebells back in. So my hand is just rotating while my hips give me the power to get that up. And you see how I'm going from one rep, I come back down, right into my hinge, clean it, press it back up. From this angle, I shoot back, clean, press it up. So again, just real quick to show you how I do that clean. The kettlebell, if I just swung it, would go out. So I'm just using my hips to get the power and twisting and pulling in. And the kettlebell goes exactly where I want it to. So the hips give me the power, kettlebell's just swinging, and instead of letting it go out, I pull it in and rotate my hand, and I just catch it. So we'll do 8 to 10 reps there. Then we either come to the kettlebell or the TRX is hanging low, and we'll do pull-ups, or we can use the assist, or if you can get 8 to 10 real good chin-ups, go for it. We'll come up, back down. My butt can hit the ground every time, that's fine. What I don't want to see is pushing back like this, or throwing the hips, then jerking up. It's smooth. I'm in an elevator. I come straight up, I go straight down. Straight up, straight down. Straight up, straight down. And I'll get 8 to 10 reps there. And I'm just going back and forth between the two of them. This is going to get you out of breath quite a bit. So give yourself 2 or 3 minutes. And we got 4 rounds here. And that'll complete your workout. So after the 4 rounds here, do a little cool down. If you want to get a little sprint action in, that's fine. Let us know how the workout goes. Let us know what questions you have. We appreciate you very much. Have a great workout.